So this week with Envy, we kind of continued to work on what she's been working on. We're just sort of developing it. So here we're working on place. I've been doing a lot of functional place stuff with her. So like while I'm cooking dinner or whatever, she's usually hanging out on the place bed with me. She does get stuck up there sometimes. Dogs do that on occasion. When we tell them free, it really just means do whatever you want. So the fact that she wants to stay up there, I'm really not going to be mad about it. I just have to kind of help her, encourage her to get back off the bed. We have started e-collar conditioning, so a lot of the corrections and stuff I'm doing, like in the beginning where she just stepped off the bed there a couple seconds ago, I just tapped her on level 1 low. She's doing really good with the e-collar. She's staying pretty low on the levels, like we're staying mostly on like level 1, so that's really good. She's pretty sensitive. She does not really like this corner of my living room. We came over here and she was like, what is this place? And I was like, I'm sorry you don't like my living room, Envy. She's very judgmental of me. But she's been doing really good this week. She's definitely opened up a little bit. I'd like to see her confidence come in more, but as previously discussed, it's hard to say if she's going through a little bit of a fear period, which is natural for puppies, or if this could be like a little bit genetic. So it's kind of one of those things where we just have to work through it and see what comes out the other side. She is a very social girl, so I'm not too like super concerned with it. I think once she starts getting a really good handle on the obedience side of stuff and like understands the motions for everything, I think she's going to get a lot more confidence. It's just right now she's still kind of puppy mode. I'm using some food to get her off the place bed there. Our heel has been going great, so she is starting to fully develop into the heel. She does lag behind a little bit, so I'm really happy that we've gotten the e-collar conditioning to the point where I can use that to kind of encourage her forward instead of using the leash pressure. So we're just kind of doing some random walks mostly with the heel. We've started a little bit of recall. The recall is a little bit slow in my opinion, and she's a little bit, I think, confused as to where to go in the heel position. So we are working on hammering that. Eventually what I would like her to do is when we call her name, she flips right into that heel position. So right now we're using a lot of luring to get her there. Eventually I would like her to do that independently, but we are moving at her pace. She is still very young, even though she is, the size of a full-grown dog. I'm trying to do a lot of jackpots too. The jackpot is just where I mark yes, and I kind of move backward a little bit, and I make it a big reward, and I pet her, and it's a big deal. I want to see her get a little bit more excited with the training. Like here, it's not bad, but like some of these sessions, you can see she's like, I'm doing this because I have to do it. And I really want her to want to do it. I want her to have fun, and I want her to be that confident, bouncing dog that I know she totally can be. Like you'll see in the sit here, like she's very kind of cowarding almost in the sit. So I really want her to get a little bit more excited for things. So I'm trying to make it a little bit extra fun, get her to move around a little bit more. There are sets like this right here where she sat. She looked really good. But as I move away, you can see her slowly crouching a little bit lower. She's looking away. She's kind of a little bit stressed there. But it's not bad at all. She's also getting a little bit hot at the end of this session. You can see her kind of panting a lot. The end of that tongue is getting curled. So I was trying to kind of call it fairly quickly at this point because I don't want her to get too hot. It is pretty warm out in this session. But we're working on our sit stays. We're working on our heels. We're working on our recalls. She's doing really good overall. So she's definitely not in a bad place at all. We started to do a little off-leash healing with the e-collar. I think the leash, she's kind of having a little bit of trouble generalizing that heel from leash to no leash. So that's something we're definitely going to be working on next week. Next week we'll also hopefully be introducing the down. It really kind of depends with where she's at, like emotionally. I don't want to introduce the down to her if she's continuing to act like this. Like right here, you can see she's very low. And her tail's kind of tucked. I want her to be a little bit more forward, a little bit happier before I start doing that down. Because oftentimes with the down, the dog starts confusing sit and down. So there is a little bit of management that needs to happen to get them back into like deciding which one's which. And I don't want to put her through that until she's at a point where she's like, I really love doing this activity. my overall goal with these dogs is that training should be fun. So if it takes a little bit of extra time to get her confidence where it needs to be, I don't think we're at a bad place at all. So I'm happy to kind of give her those extra days, repeating some of this stuff we've been working on to make sure that she is having a good time and enjoying the training. But she is doing really well. She's at a good spot, so there's nothing really to be concerned about on that front.